If you've enrolled on the Level 4 award in Internal Quality Assurance of Assessment Process and Practice, then you should have completed your assessor qualification. Reflective practice is absolutely the same. So it's the same process and the same objective. However, the only difference is you as an IQA, you're going to be responsible for your assessor's development as well. So we won't focus on EDAR or your own CPD, as we're fully aware that you know about this, but it's the organization's needs to quality assurance. Your assessor should be reflecting on their own practice and then implementing plans for their own CPD. But as an IQA, you also need to ensure that your assessors are developing in areas that suit the Level 4 award in the internal quality assurance of assessment processes and practice. So your assessors are going to be inclined looking at developing themselves towards the next job or the promotions, but you need to ensure that your staff develop in order to serve the training provider's own requirements. Therefore, you may sit down with your assessors and discuss their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats as SWOT analysis, and then come up with an action plan to develop these. So our learners that enroll in the Level 4 award in internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice are generally very evenly split between learners who enroll themselves and pay for the qualification themselves, and then you've got learners that have been enrolled by their employers because they need another IQA trained. So just like any other business, IQAs need to ensure that the assessors are competent and qualified to meet the organization's learning needs. So this may be identifying new qualifications that the training provider wishes to provide or introduce, but now need qualified staff to deliver it. So you need to conduct a learning needs analysis or a gap analysis, and the purpose here is to highlight where shortages in training and skills exist, and then recognize the individuals that could fill those gaps, and then determine how we can get there. So before we started delivering the Level 4 award in internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice many years ago, I was already qualified and knew my role was to monitor training. But as someone who has a passion for teaching, I didn't particularly want to step back from teaching. The Level 4 award in the internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice completely, and I knew I couldn't quality assure my own work, so I kind of needed to find an additional IQA who could actually help me in the role. So if you are a manager or a supervisor, then you're likely going to be doing this, but you need to carry out appraisals with your assessors to identify what they want to do with their lives, understand their motivations, and link these with potential vacancies or shortages in your own organization as well. So at the time of selecting another IQA for the Level 4 award in internal quality assurance of assessment process and practice, I sat down with my assessors to find out what their goals were and to see which had the skills and capability to perform the role, and as important, had the desire to do so. So as such, 2 staff trainers, quality assurers, are still with us now.